Hey guys, Rogue Deck Builder with you. In today's video, we'll be looking at Gyarados, Willard, Magikarp, Unown deck. Really interesting wall deck that can potentially win the game without attacking, without energies, with Unown ability damage, which says that once during a turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and if there's 66 damage counters or more damage counters on your benched Pokemons, you might use this ability. If you do, you win the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So in order to have so many damage counters, I decided to play Shrine of Punishment with Magikarp and Whaler GX with help of the buff padding and also with Gyarados combination ability, which says that if this is your active Pokemon and it is damaged by your opponent attack, even if it's knocked out, you can put 2 damage counters on each of your benched Pokemons. And yeah, this is the way to go. So against some matchups, we can actually have decent setup, but mostly any good player that know how to play and avoid this type of the deck will actually do that. They will play just smart, wait for your mistakes, or wait for you to bench maybe another Magikarp so they can just avoid attacking Gyarados, or they will just try to find a way to one-hit knock on Magikarp and Whaler, and maybe 2-hit knocked out for the win. Unfortunately, Pika is the worst matchup for this type of the deck because they can simply draw 6 prize cards in a single turn with that. Deck Ball GX. Zora can be very good matchup for this because you can play multiple Crushing Hammers, Enhanced Hammers, Plumeria, Counter Catcher, Guzma plays. But the biggest problem is the fact that if they play Wrangler, they can simply recycle the resources. But this is not top competitive deck. I just made it for the fun so I can see if there's a way maybe to win a game without a single energy card, and you're gonna need to watch the video till the end and see if that's possible. So going quickly through the deck list, I'm playing 1 Ditto, 4 copies of Magikarp and Gyarados, 4 copies of Magikarp and Whaler GX, and 2 Unowns with the damage. They're actually banned in expanded format. Moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 2 Counter Catchers, 4 Crushing Hammers, 4 Damage Movers, so we can simply move damage counters from our heavily damaged Pokemon to some other in order to maybe buy ourselves a couple more turns with the Shrine of Punishments. Enhanced Hammers ×2, 3 copies of Nazball and 4 copies of Ultra Ball for Pokemon setup, 2 Pal Pads, and then 1 Rescue Stretcher, 4 Switch cards, and 4 copies of buff betting. Stadium decision was obviously Shrine of Punishment, and there are 8 Drow supporters. I decided to go with 4 Cynthias, 4 Lilies, and 2 copies of Guzma featuring 1 copy of Plumeria, and this is the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. I think how this deck can actually have much more potential with Articunos, but since Gyarados has that powerful ability that can theoretically spread the damage around your bench, I decided actually to build it with the Gyarados, but Articuno is much more better because it has stronger ability, which says that your opponent cannot play Guzma on your benched Pokemon. So supporter cannot affect your benched water Pokemons. But then again, you can't have both of them in the deck, so I decided rather to go with the Gyarados and see if that will work. So see you in the game.
Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Alright, so I will start first, just in case, if I can open the game with a couple Whalers on the bench and with the Shrine of Punishment, so I can potentially take advantage of it. Okay, Dewblade on the other side. This is the deck that can actually one-hit knock on my Magikarp and Wailord, and that actually kind of scares me there. I'm not even sure if it's worth to put that buff padding in play. Maybe at some specific moment of the game I will put it in play, or maybe I can just put it straight away. But it will definitely change the tactics there. Alright, never mind, let's go with it. Ultra Ball for Gyarados and a Lily, so I can have that option available. Okay, I have Rescue Stretcher and 4 Shrines in play, so I definitely need Shrines of Punishment. I mean, Shrine can also help me to pressure my opponent a little bit. Look at this mess. So I just draw in those buff paddings, and there's not too many things I can actually do with them. So I will just retreat onto my Magikarp, evolve into Gyarados at the following turn, probably decide to go with Plumeria if my opponent attaches energy, or with Enhanced Hammer. It really all depends what else he can play, and I'm looking forward for that Cynthia play at the following turn maybe as well. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I should not discard that Gyarados actually. I should go with maybe... never mind. Right now it's just too late. Okay, Tapu Lele. I wish I had that. I wish I had that Shrine of Punishment, so I can have extra damage in that Magikarp. 10 damage, not bad. So Jasmine, alright. Really good supporter card. You can search a deck for it says actually search a deck for metal Pokemon really put in your hand. If you do, if you go second and it's your turn 1, you can search for 5 metal Pokemons and put them in your hand. So Jirachi, Honedge, Doublades times 3, and that's it. Alright, really, really nice supporter for the setup. No doubt about that. We might even see retreat down to Jirachi. I'm not quite sure. Energy attached to Cobalion, which says that with the Iron Rule GX, you can prevent your opponent from attacking you at your next turn. Well, at least he burned that GX, and that's pretty much it for now. I think I'm good to go with Plumeria for now. Seriously, I think that's a good way to go here. I discarded 1 energy, so I'm not quite sure how much. I mean, the truth is I lost Enhanced Hammer, which is a very valuable resource there. Here and there, sometimes you need to take some risk by playing. And I actually discarded Enhanced Hammer. I mean, there's like 99% that he's playing probably around 3 to 4 metal energies, maybe even more, and at least 4 copies of metal energies. Maybe he plays also some sort of counter energies, or maybe he's just playing straight away metal deck. Who knows? We shall see. For now, I'm just knowing that I'm letting my opponent who increases the damage down with those Doublades still drop to my Pokemons in play for 60. Frying Pan, and he passes the turn straight away. So I can grab the fresh hand with Cynthia and maybe find a couple more Magikarp and Wailords, or maybe not. I mean, okay, at least another Wailord can enters the play, and I'm passing the turn. There's only 3 damage counters, and I need 63 more in order to win the game. Of course, with having Unown in my active position, which is not an easy task at all. And there's a Cynthia from the other side of the field. Alright. I can assume that my opponent probably plays couple I'm very tired, so sorry for this. I can assume that he's playing, okay, there's a double Coerce Energy, which will be discarded next turn. That he's also playing retreat cards like Escape Board. So there's another Frying Pan and a Choice Band as well. And he passes the turn. Alright, so we can go with Enhanced Hammer play. Enhanced Hammer play, and I think that maybe even putting another Wailord in play wouldn't be that bad idea. However, it is a little bit risky to have 3 Magikarps in play with so many damage counters already on them. But I simply need to do that. I need to avoid somehow one-hit knockout from that Doublade. For now, he's hitting for 3, 4, 5 for 150. Still out of the range for the one-hit knockout versus Gyarados. And still he is short for like one double course energy. And there's a metal energy attached to Cobalion, so he might just decide to go with that Dueling Saber. And the following turn for 130, that would be amazing. Nope, he decided to retreat down to Jirachi, burning 1 more energy from his hand. So already he played 3 of them. Actually, he lost 3 of them due to the retreat. And 1 was discarded with Enhance and another with Plumeria. For now, I'm actually doing a good job, mainly because Shrine of Punishment and spreading damage in such a dramatic way that my opponent will probably lose the game just by not being able to remove Shrine from play. And I still see only 5 tool cards, 6 tool cards with a choice in play, and Lily for 4. So if he can find double course energy and escape board, and he can one-hit knock on my Gyarados, which will be a very good thing. And there's a Mountain Coronet in play. Alright, fair enough. He can at least recycle those energies, but he didn't decide to put them in play. As the thing's looking right now, I'm gonna go for this type of the play. I'm not quite sure if that's a smart play, because I played both Guzma and Switch at the same time. So I lost actually a very important resource there. But maybe for a couple turns I can prevent my opponent, if he don't have Guzma and DC available in hand, from being able to knock me out. I mean, winning the game without playing energy is definitely possible. If I can win this game by not playing a single energy card, and if my opponent just loses the game because of the Shrine, well, it's still a win, you know. I'm not expecting from this deck too much. However, there's a Cynthia play, and he attaches that double course energy, so 1 Crashing Hammer would be welcome there. I'm playing 4 Crashing Hammers, I'm playing 2 Pal Pads, so I can recycle Plumeria's back. And I'm gonna definitely need top deck supporter card. It's very important for me to get supporter card as a top deck. There's adventure back, so Genesect can actually have up to 2 tools attached. So I wouldn't be surprised right now finally to see from my opponent that escape board play. There we go. And a Dashing Punch as well. Still this turn he won't be able to retreat without Switch, neither Escape, Rope, or something like that. He just decided to pass the turn. Well, another Ultra Ball. Not worth for me. Unfortunately, I can only pass the turn and wait to see what he can do at his turn. Probably he will just attach it into Genesect Retreat, knocks my Gyarados out, then I will take 2 damage counters to all of my Pokemons in play. Or maybe he decided rather to go for that. Oh, Magiwailord. Alright, don't like to see that. This is gonna be a one-hit knockout play. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10. It's 330. So it is a one-hit knockout. So there's nothing I can really do about it. You can draw easy 3 price cards right now. 300 actually. Alright, so yeah. If I didn't have damage, I would survive, but it was impossible. Speaking about impossible, look what I just top deck. A Pal Pad. Not really the card I was hoping for, but okay. And then again, passing my turn. I don't want to put that Unown on the bench, simply because then I can tell my opponent what type of deck I'm playing. But I guess another copy of Guzma can actually win him a game there by knocking my Magikarp, and that's pretty much it. So that's the huge vulnerability about this deck. But no, There's a Cynthia play, so I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tool cards in play, plus choice band, extra 30. So that's like 270. 270, that's ridiculous. 240 against, you know, just a regular non-GX Pokemon. And I'm wondering if I can top deck Draw Supporter. Nope, just a Shrine of Punishment. And then I guess the game is over. I can Ultra Ball and I can grab myself a Gyarados. I can definitely put him in play, but that's literally it right now, because if he can have Guzma in his hand, then he can win the game. The beginning of the game was really promising. Really, it was. At the end, at Magikarp and Wailord, price trade is just way too much. I mean, seriously, it is. Because you're losing 3 prize cards if your opponent knocks your Magikarp and Wailord out, so I guess I can play Articuno instead. Heck, memory energy for Aegislash, so you can have more HP and be even more tanky. But that's a GG. So Gyarados didn't prove to be a good idea here. Let's try to play one more game and see if we can get better luck. Alright, so starting with Magikarp and Wailord tag team in the front. And I'm actually not yet gonna put that Magikarp on the bench. I'm not quite sure against what deck I'm playing against. Zoroark. Alright, so against the Zoroark deck, I think I can maybe have some chance to win a game. What about this one? 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. You can't do more than 200, quite obvious. Also to retreat cost. Not sure why Zoroark has such a huge retreat cost. Well, let loose Marshadow turn 1. Not bad, I guess. There's a Acrobike, and he discarded Acerola. Alright. Ultra Ball, which is probably going to be for Zorua, maybe Tapu Lele into Lily, and then Marshadow play, Marshadow type of thing. Another Zorua instead. Alright. So this is the promo version of Zorua, and it actually depicting the Zoroark from the team up, if you can see it. So it's almost identical. Alright, Lily for 7. I drew nothing, unfortunately. At least I have Guzma available, so I can try to try to put the Marshadow in the front. And that's gonna be it for now. So another Mystery Treasure. We might see a Alolan Grimer on the bench. Giratina instead. That's interesting. That's really interesting. He passes the turn. My top deck is just the Ultra Ball. Yeah, not too many options that I can play. Just gonna pass my turn for now. Hope for the best. Good Marshadow actually destroys my hand. I mean, I didn't even have something good and useful. Then again, there's the Zoroark, there's the trade, there's the Giratina in a discard pile, meaning that he can put it on the bench and put 1 damage counter in my Magikarp and Wailord. There's the Acrobike as well. into the Ultra Ball. Alright, and Zork number 2. So I will assume that my opponent plays 4 copies of double course energies and maybe a couple unit energies. Probably 4-4, or maybe something like that. Or he plays just the regular basic energies instead. As long as I can avoid him from attacking this turn, that's gonna be fine. Oh, second Guzma discarded. Interesting. Discarding those Guzmas, not the smartest thing in the world. Especially because I can use advantage of discarding energies with my Crushing Hammers and Enhanced Hammers with Plumeria. I can also play some damage. Alright, so there we go with the Guzma. And Distortion Door. Unfortunately, he can't put 1 damage counter on my Magikarp. Damage can only be prevented when it's done to Magikarp. When you place damage counter on the Magikarp, that cannot be prevented, unfortunately. Choice Band 140 with Radius Beating. That is actually a lot of damage. 140. And the Nazball was a top deck. I can buy myself a turn here with damage mover play, because I don't think he can swing for 190. He can go for like 180. But the problem is that the Shrine will actually finish my Magikarp in that case. So I'm gonna need a couple more damage mover. Alright, so there we go. Oh, he plays Nano in this build, so Nano can simply be swapped by that Night Punishment Zork, but so far I don't see too many Pokemon in his discard pile, just 4 of them. Rescue Stretcher might be for the Zork. Alright, and it is. And I would love to see some sort of Judge or something like that, but unfortunately this is not gonna happen. 14 cards left for my opponent, my friends. He burned 3 Guzmas so far, so he was just too fast by discarding those Guzmas in my opinion. And probably he's playing Pulpet anyway, so there will be a way to recover them back. Darkness Energy, alright. I mean, I need some type of the top deck, otherwise the game will be done at my turn 3 or something like that. Then again, he played Ultra Ball, he discarded even more resources. That is a Giratina in the discard pile, Giratina number 2 with that trade. Alright. Come on, give me Lily as a top deck. Lily as a top deck, maybe even Guzma as a top deck. I mean, Guzma as a top deck, not a good option because he can Guzma back my Magikarp and Lily. I mean, Heads on the Crushing Hammer would be amazing. We did flip Heads on the Crushing Hammer, so it is at least something, right? Still losing this Magikarp hurts my eyes so much. But if my opponent does not have double course energy, maybe I can see another turn here. We shall see another trade, trading a darkness energy again, and there's a double course energy. All right, he's having this Radius Beating for 160. I'm not even sure if it's worth to put that Magikarp and Willard in the front. I think it's personally not. Another Crushing Hammer. If I flip Heads on the coin flip this time, this is going to be so important. Because right now he lost 3 copies, actually 2 copies of double course energies, and there's no space on his bench. He's very limited with double course energies. There we go with another one. And he have probably like 1 more left, so we're gonna see a trade here. So this might be a game here. Let's just wait for a moment and see if this is gonna be a GG. So winning the game without playing energy cards is gonna be such a madness. Cynthia, still he's down to 5. I'm Not quite sure how many DCEs he have left. Is maybe the last one prized or maybe not? I don't know. But if I want to keep going on with this game, I'm gonna definitely need a strong top deck. Otherwise, the game will be over. I mean, 2 Crushing Hammers, 2 Heads. That was definitely a good top deck, but what's gonna happen next? Down to 2 prize cards. Countercatcher, buff betting. All right. With the buff betting, I'm like 100, 350 HP, so he can go for 160, 180, and then once again for 160, 280, 340. Oof. So he might be short for 10. Oof. Not sure what to say about that. Still have plenty of time, and I need top deck. I can't believe that I cannot get a Drow supporter. So Rescue Stretcher can allow my opponent to recycle some of the resources back so he can have a couple more turns left. So right now he have like 7 more turns. I would love to see Countercatcher play so I can Countercatcher his, or maybe Guzma so I can Guzma or Countercatcher his Giratina. That would be a GG for sure. Another Ultra Ball, and I'm passing my turn, and I have like 1 more turn left, so he can swing for 160 once again, and this is going to be 340 in total, down to 10 HP, so give me the top deck, come on. Nah, that's the GG. That's the GG. Look at this. So unlucky. This is just because I'm not playing Tapu Lele GX in the build. And this is the reason why I lost the game. If I play Tapu Lele, I could simply pick myself Tapu Lele and play Guzma on the Giratina. But that wouldn't 100% guarantee that he didn't have 1 more Guzma left, or maybe a Pulpad and dig for the Guzma in order for the game. But unfortunately, yes, it is just impossible to win the game without attacking with this type of the deck. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video, so make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. We'll see you next time, so have a nice day and goodbye.